welcome back for some more Stationeers with myself and TFE.
Oh, I'm starving already.
Let's see if Google can translate that one, or if it'll still say Tiffany. Last week, I managed to get the solar array done, and people were like, you built a solar array so that the solar panels wouldn't block each other, and then you put wind turbines in the way. The good news is the wind turbines don't really block the solar panels either, because there's enough of a gap. So it's all good. But the extra good news is that the batteries, they're looking good, which means I need more of them. And as we need more of those on the base to give us some more buffer, we need stellite, because the big batteries are stellite, and that is why I have collected some stuff while I was waiting around to see if TFE would show up on time today, which he did. I've collected some silver, cobalt, silicon. I'm going to smelt a whole bunch of that so I can make a bunch of batteries. And then once the batteries are done, I feel like I can put some decent time into making the rocket, as well as, if TFE is interested, trying to explain to him how logic or programming work.
Oh, the thing you sent me.
Yeah, so I sent you that. There was a comment on the YouTube VOD giving TFE some guidance on how he could do a simple setup for auto emptying his centrifuges. So if you want to give that a shot first, go for it.
Sure.
And then if you want to improve it later, we can learn about scripting in a... I think that your particular issue might not be the easiest one to learn about scripting, because you have to use weird stuff. Might be more interesting. It might be better for us to like do that with a little bit of an intro using my script for your solar tracker sort of thing.
That does sound simpler.
Yeah. So I reckon you'll be able to get your head around it fine, because you do all your MES stuff, which I know is not the same, because I did that stuff too, and I didn't get it.
Oh, cool. The weird lines are back.
Oh, cool. The weird lines are back.
Well, they're not flickering, so that's something.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Tomaso. Thank you for the 54 months. So Capac is not here right now, because Capac is apparently working today. In fact, that I was informed about, not by Capac.
And I was informed about like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Base ants are back.
Yes, they're spreading.
Doop-doo. Does he call this work? No, Capac doesn't call this work normally. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. No, it's cold. Would he be on time more often? Yes, probably. Possibly.
Cool. Carrying all the stuff for that.
Dead show, don't say such things when I'm drinking.
No. Has he mentioned before he works retail?
Yeah, he works retail.
Mainly because of telling horror stories of customer service.
Yes. Exactly. I think that's 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh dear.
What?
That was getting a bit of a spicy meatball. Still, I need 10 to 20 megapascals. We got 150. Need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Silver off-gases nitrous, and I'm guessing cobalt might be off-gassing an oxidizer? A volatile or something, a methane or something? Now, unfortunately, it's already too cold. But I at least have the right gases in here. I mean, I at least have the right components in here. Now I've just got to heat it up again. Yeah, I should have done the silicon first and then put in the cobalt and silver. I didn't remember that little bit. More fuel. More hot. Yeah, man. You can do it. There we go. I have 200 grams of stellite. All right, time to make some batteries. Retail seems like a job where Capac's sardonic style would not work. Maybe that's why he's got that style.
That's a coping mechanism.
Could be. Alright. Big battery. What else do I need? Need some more gold. And I'm going to need some more silicon. I can start one being printed anyway. No gold or silicon there. Alright. Go back down and make that. You should act as though you don't know he's working today and send him food gifts in 45 minutes. Yeah, it's tempting. Hey, Artone. Thank you for the 32 months. Glad this time works out for you, because I know this is not a time that works for a lot of people.
No! Really?
Can I get these in there?
Storm already?
Yeah. At least you're not smelting.
True. I'm just gonna fight it all the way back up to base.
Oh no, Capac definitely does customer service. Or disservice. Depending on his mood.
What the? Apparently walking into the storm is causing my character to vibrate uncontrollably.
Ah.
Didn't think the wind was that strong.
The day you learned? I'm not sure. Oh, we got a decent amount of that. Alright. That's emptied out enough. There you go, gold and silicon. Now. Where's my exit? Thanks to Mariolu. Thank you for the Prime sub. Time works perfectly for you. Yeah, it's an awkward time for a lot of Europeans who work standard hours because it's very late at night. Unfortunately, these streams I can't really get up any earlier for...
Oh, I found Capac's bat cave.
Yeah, you know how I asked him not to exit on the direction that I was building the rockets?
Ah.
That's the exact exit direction he chose. Of course he did.
Gotta use reverse psychology sometimes.
Of course he did. Thank you, Beltnick. Thank you for the 200 rainbow unicorns. Not stacker, but continue the furnace exit right to the pipe upstairs. Don't know, because the downside of that is if you're making steel as part of an alloy, you then have to go upstairs to collect the steel again. Which isn't that common, but it's common enough that I reckon it could be annoying. I'm trying to think if there's a way to set up a system to allow you a manual diversion. I don't really know what options are available in that front.
Hey, I've found some tanks.
Are you still trying to find your way home?
Yeah. Oh, I see lights.
Yeah, Chipsticks' lights show from a huge distance, which is great. Flip-flop on a switch. Can you do that?
Nope, that's a dead end.
Vlad, why don't you stream on YouTube at the same time as Twitch? Well, originally it was bandwidth limitation issue. If I were to stream to both platforms at once, I simply didn't have the bandwidth for a stable stream to both. And then I got better internet, and then I eventually had a GPU in my stream PC that was capable of encoding both a 1080p stream for Twitch and a 1440p stream for YouTube. However, I then ran into PC issues where I'm now back running a 1080 as my stream PC's GPU, and it can't do that.
Really? The storm ends now?
No, it still hasn't ended.
I'm literally getting in the airlock.
It hasn't ended, TFE.
It hasn't? Oh, it's because it's... That's weird. So even though the airlock's currently open to the outside, it doesn't show anymore? Huh.
But the other reason I don't stream to YouTube is that it would split my audience, and that would harm my discovery on both platforms. And if I want to be still doing this in 3, 4, 5 years' time, that's a really bad idea. Which sucks for the people who would rather watch it on a different platform, but it's just... sometimes you have to make those decisions to actually still be here in a few years. What else do I need for big battery?
I'm trying to eat with my helmet closed.
Good job. Why have you still got your suit on in the base?
So you just made it back?
Steel sheets, electronic parts. I've got enough steel sheets. After this battery, I'll make electronic parts.
It's still going, but I can't see it from inside? Like, do you see the storm out that window?
Yes.
I do not.
Oh.
Oh well. Guess you have to tell me when it's ended then.
That will explain some of your confusion then. Yeah.
Yes, I hop into the airlock with it still open to the outside and suddenly the storm vanishes.
Huh.
But I see it just fine outside.
There must be something up with the shader on the windows that's messing with your ability to see it. Obsidian, there's no... I would say there's like a less than 1% chance that anybody is going to buy Twitch, even if Amazon was selling it. I think there's a much higher chance that I don't think YouTube's going to die. I think Twitch might. I think there's always been a chance that Twitch would. Especially with them doing stupid stuff like partnering with Roblox. Ugh.
Ugh. I can just hear what Capac would say if he were here.
Well, I've said worse.
I don't know.
Okay. Electronic parts. I need 6U.
I think I can still hear the storm. Sort of. And then you'll tell me it's ended and I'm hallucinating.
Oh no, it's still windy. There's some interesting stats about the Roblox thing, and it having an overall negative impact on the Roblox viewership on Twitch. There's a Canadian dude who looks into a lot of this stuff, and he looked at the stats of the number of viewers from before and since this partnership, and it's gotten worse. It's so good.
Not quite the cunning plan they were hoping for.
Oh. Storm's over, by the way.
Yep. I can only tell because the wind turbines weren't making a ridiculously loud noise anymore.
Alright, more batteries. The batteries are still... Oh, of course. Oh, no, I missed the storm with the batteries. Appointment.
No.
I actually have the wind turbines to make use of them.
I mean, at least we didn't run out.
Yeah, I was just looking at the batteries going, oh, they're full. And I was like, oh, they're full because I know why they're full. I have made an error. Don't place the batteries down until after you've set up the cabling. It's to make life a bit easier. And one there. Oh, ultra heavy cable's done. Now I can put the batteries down. Ah, poop. Don't have any heavy cable. Like our Two-Face. That's a handle.
That is amazing.
Wait. Extra 150% battery storage. Now I just need to get the cables and I can finish it off. Snakehead, I haven't heard of... Like, Stationeers is one of these games where I really haven't heard of people having inventory go missing, as in from a bug. Like, that's why you can get away with floorage. What was I doing? Heavy cables.
Oh no, talking about losing inventory is giving me flashbacks when I played Pencora, where it's very easy to accidentally put your inventory in a corpse instead of taking the stuff out of it.
And I'm presuming it then vanishes when the corpse vanishes?
Yes. Very quickly. I think you... Because there's actually a button to delete it.
Ah. Yep.
Yes, I did that once.
Seems less than optimal. I'd be wondering what people were thinking when they designed things that way.
Hmm.
Like, have they never made any mistake ever in clicking a control?
I mean, the problem is they end up being experts at playing something and they go, yep, that works. Well, that's assuming they test it, but I'd say most do.
Alright.
Because it's amazing how often, like, actually, I probably won't talk. They'll probably start a fight of talking about endings, although most people probably don't care about the game. But you know, they'll say, "Oh, you know, we tried to make both endings this game equal. There's no good ending," and then the audience massively prefers one over the other, despite all their testing and everything saying that they're roughly equal.
It's story stuff. Story stuff is more, but I'm just talking UX, like user experience things. I do just have to wonder sometimes. Okay, I've got fuel. We've got power now. Now I need to look into rocket. I need to make a rocket manufactory. There's iron, gold, and copper from the auto lathe. Do we have any iron, or am I going straight downstairs? I'm going straight downstairs.
You say Australian stairs?
Straight downstairs.
Dude, I don't know. It's just the way it came in TeamSpeak or something. I'm like, you did definitely not say Australian stairs. I'm trying to imagine what that would even look like.
Correct. I did not say Australian stairs.
But I have to say it because it's
some
funny.
MC Escher painting.
I mean, sure.
Whoa, Artone. Thank you very much for the 20 gift subs.
I mean, you got some experience with that soul mask with the ground being on the ceiling.
Yep.
So.
It is a unique way to start a game. What's really annoying?
What?
I didn't actually check.
Yeah.
There were other things I needed.
I think you returned for the tier 1. And for the 20 gift subs, you maniac.
Thanks, Artone.
I've got too many tabs open.
You have too many tabs open.
Well, I've got TeamSpeak over the top of my stream. I've got all the OBS tabs. I've got Discord open so I can read the thing you've sent me, but I've got to put it in such a way that's not blocking chat.
Ah, right. Thanks, Sakatera. Thank you for all the 100 bits.
And Discord has to be wide, or your whole text thing you sent me is like 5 characters wide and 40 down.
Yeah. Discord's not very good at long messages. I've been... I finally got to cancel my Discord Nitro.
Yeah.
Well, because I was paying yearly. So I wasn't able to cancel it until now. Thanks, Mike. Thank you so much for the 100 bits as well. So I've cancelled that, and I've been looking into whether there's... I think there should be a way for me to use Blue Sky as a notification bot for streams and VODs and things. And I think I might have mentioned this on stream at some point not too long ago. where I was having issues where I had a Google account that got banned because they thought it was a bot account. Because I created a new email account, yeah, for Splitsie, and I was going to use that email account to sign up to Blue Sky so that I could have a bot account with Reggie's name on it.
And, I mean, is Reggie not a bot?
I think I just did it Reggie 394887.
That's probably the numbers on the end that made it suspicious.
No. It was I couldn't sign up to Blue Sky because the email address had been blocked already by Google.
So you couldn't even get to that point.
No, yeah, I couldn't authenticate to say yes, this is a real account, and so I had to explain to Google why that email address was legit, which is the first time I've ever done that. Fortunately, like a day later, they're like, "Oh yeah, fair enough," and reinstated it. Oh, thank you, Artone. Thank you for the 157 rainbow flags. Seen that one before. I've been wondering for a while if the creator community at large migrate from Discord. Where do they go? I don't know. I'm glad that Wasted has kept our little corner of the internet, and I do have to credit Wasted for this, using TeamSpeak. Because, oh, thank you, Bad Dog. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you.
Speaking of dogs.
Yeah. Thank you, Artone, for the 120 rainbow unicorns as well. Yes, you guys can hear Charlie, I assume. Oh, Mike. Thank you for the 10 gift subs as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. The pride bits. I thought it might have been. What was I needing? I needed plastic. Do we have any plastic sheets? And thank you for 126 as well. The random numbers. Okay, rocket manufactured. Like, I don't know of anything available right now that meets the needs that Discord has filled for us as like creator communities, game communities for a long time now. So I'm not sure. I don't know where things will go. I haven't seen anything that suggests that it would be a viable alternative right now. But I think it does add value to some of the alternate platforms.
Yeah, thank you, Mike Sona, for 10 gift subs. Man.
But yeah, my attitude around it is just stop giving Discord money. Keep using it, and when there is an obvious alternative that people have moved to, we'll just move there. There's no need for us to move if we're not giving them any money or our IDs. Because I haven't verified myself on it. Through that.
I'm curious as to how old Discord thinks I am, considering how old my account is.
Well, this is the thing. I can't get into the so on the Ravenhurst Discord.
Oh, the 18 plus section or whatever.
Yeah, so Ravenhurst Discord, just a mod for 7 Days to Die. Age restricted channel.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, yes, I can't look there. At least I can see the announcement channels.
Yeah, I had something similar with you heard of Archipelago? Maybe?
That thing that Shadow's been doing with Wasted?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd been looking for the game for that, and yep, 18 plus. Well, I just guess I've got to figure out my tech issues on my own.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. What am I looking for?
Am I doing one on IC10s? Because I haven't learned IC10 yet.
TFE's just getting started.
Experimenting.
Yeah.
I know how painful it is to watch me learn live.
It gets better in time. TFE, it gets better in time.
Oh, you're just giving me flashbacks to math class in high school. But like, oh, it's easy once you once you get it. I'm like, yes, that is the entire issue.
Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you that. What I'm telling you is the thing that gets better is learning on stream. Learning with many people looking over your shoulder is an issue all unto itself.
It's like playing chess tournaments all over again, except at least then I actually knew the game already.
Why did I not see launch mount? Oh, there it is. I was looking for the wrong thing. All right. Make a launch mount.
Oh, right, these aren't powered, of course.
Yeah, Tony, the way that I think for multiplayer especially, it works better instead of worrying about power consumption at every turn, because you know someone else won't. Just produce enough power that everything can be on all the time. But yeah,
Down, my hand drill's just gone flat. Perfect timing.
Excellent.
Back to base. Yeah, Void Angel, apparently Capac is busy. I'd say apparently because I found out, well, at the same time everyone else did.
Yep. Premium Mail, I've watched some of Gamers Nexus video on looking at Discord alternatives that are self-hosted, and I get the idea that at some point we might need to do that, but I don't think I've reached the point where I care enough or where the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. My thinking is more that if I want to make sure, like if Discord just
Imploded
tomorrow, the places where you would find me is the YouTube comments, right here on Twitch,
And probably a community post about where you're going.
and Blue Sky. Find me on any of those. Follow me on any of those and you'll find me. Like, I've always been really good at replying to comments. If Discord died, I would just, all that effort, all the time I spent on Discord would just go back into the YouTube comments. So we'd eventually, you'd get the same interaction just in a different format. And maybe not as much interaction with each other as you can get in Discord, which sucks. But at least until there's a viable alternative, I don't really see another way to look at it. Oh, we do have a Zebra Monkeys Reddit as well. That's a good point. Not that Reddit's any better. Reddit's got its own problems, but I mean, Reddit's problems are well known. You know what you're getting.
Oh, wait, why am I coming back here? You moved I walked past the potatoes. I'm never down here. Yeah, because the fridge is empty, so we need to harvest some.
Do you need to harvest some, or are there some in the oven?
Oh, actually.
Turn it on. Have a look at the button.
Build baked potato.
Yeah.
Build. Sure.
Yeah, it could make a forum. Honestly, whatever solution would be come up
Facebook
with
page.
would almost certainly involve me deferring to the greater knowledge and good sense that is Nev. Especially since he'd probably be the one helping me get it set up.
So it ended up on some obscure German forum.
No, that's not what Nev's like. He's too pragmatic to do something like that.
Apparently I've been told never eject from an automated oven. What, is it going to fire all the potatoes out at high speed?
It's going to eject everything that's in there. The oil and the potatoes and everything.
Oh, and all the... Not just the
Yep.
food, yeah.
Yep. It is unfortunate that Discord has made it much harder to search the internet for information about stuff that would have been on forums.
Or on
At
Reddit.
the same time that Google made its own search horrible. Like, those two things intersecting at a point in time is really unfortunate.
Oh yes, Google saying that Splitsie was a Minecraft YouTuber or something.
Oh, I mean, I have done that.
Actually,
Technically
I
correct.
don't know if it was Minecraft, it was whatever game you just most recently streamed. It said, yep, he streams that, and nothing else.
Yes, there will be solutions, and it is what it is. Good. I'm glad I didn't get more than one launch mount. Alright, I'm gonna build this piecemeal, because I don't remember how to do it.
We don't have any obscure German forums. The internet does not have the bandwidth to support it. Wow.
It is interesting. You don't hear as many Australian internet is terrible comments in the last couple of years.
I think because we're resigned to it.
Well, I don't think it's as bad as it used to be as well.
I mean, I go on speakers. I've had Starlink for, geez, a few years now. But I can't imagine NBN Wireless has improved
The
much.
whole... No. But actually, you could be right. It could actually be a thing of Starlink has taken some of the sting out of rural internet.
Imagine we hit the soundboard so Capac is here.
Am I going crazy?
There you go.
Now you need the replaced by automaton one.
No, you need to do a few other things first. Like,
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
that's the
we're
excuse.
boned.
Yeah, but then there's the excuse for not playing it again because he says he doesn't need to be here.
What are you doing?
okay.
You know, what you're doing is just working on wind turbines or something.
No, you don't need a Reggie command so you can run them yourselves.
No.
No.
That's worse. That's worse than those on-screen celebration things Twitch added.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. No, thank you. Okay. We have a completed launch mount for the rocket. Now I need to build some sort of umbilicals and start building the rocket. This will take a long time the first time. I mean, hang on. Let me check when Capac's shop opens. He might still be sleeping.
What, he arrives precisely on time?
Well, he lives a 10-minute drive from work, and his work doesn't open for another 45 minutes. So in theory, he could still be sleeping.
Oh, I forgot to charge the hand drill, which is my whole point of going back to base. It's like,
Oh yeah, I need to make some more batteries. And after giving Capac grief last week, I'm going to make nuclear batteries for us.
Just don't tell him.
Oh, no, because it was annoying that he did it at that time. It wasn't annoying that he did it. It was that he was doing it when we were short of power, and we were I was trying to get us back into a safe amount of power, and he goes and puts it all into his car.
Yes, his car that he's driven once.
Yeah, now that we've got 5 large batteries, we might actually have enough power to tolerate us switching some stuff over to nuclear batteries.
And we immediately run out of power again.
It's possible. All right, so next thing I need. Don't need to do the umbilicals yet.
Just steal his batteries from the rover while he's not here.
Oh, we could do that. Just put mini batteries in it, see if he notices.
Drives out the entrance and immediately goes flat and starts rolling down the hill.
Rocket launch tower. I think I need to do that next. Do those. Do rockets benefit from nuclear batteries? I don't know. I think you put rocket batteries on rockets because they're compact and fit. I don't think you use the other batteries. Yeah, Vox, I've also got fiber. My fiber connection is, I think I'm paying for 250, 100. And so I usually get around 270, 97.
I approve.
I'm sure you would.
If only mine was that fast.
Yeah, the upload speed is the thing that really helps. Being able to mess up upload a video, realize something's gone wrong, and upload it again without it taking another 5 hours is delightful.
How many of the videos you're uploading that they take 5 hours?
Well, they used to take that long. Because it's the time it takes to upload, then YouTube to process it.
Because I was going to say, even if I'm uploading, I think the longest stream I did was 7.5 hours. Now it took about 4.
You take all the fun out of exaggeration, TFE.
What? Well, you should have said 16 hours or something.
I just love your what?
Yeah, it took 84 years.
It took 84 years. Alright, let's see if 3 rocket tower things. I'll just leave those printing until they run out of astrolight.
I watch too much QI. I've heard so many ludicrous statements that turn out to be true that, well, that and would I lie to you, that now I take almost anything seriously.
Oh yeah, Takari, that's a fair point. TFE could take the chunks of reagent that Capac put on the shelf down to his centrifuges because they are pure iron, so they'll fit into his system just fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if I have got a the name for it is escaping me. The thing lets you drop stuff into the system. Shoot, whatever it's called. Input? I think.
Something like that. Oh, that's working. All right. So, I have 25 kilomoles of methane. I have 29 kilomoles of oxygen. They are at 0.107 degrees Celsius and 0.207 degrees Celsius. They're about the same temperature, which means if I were to go for a liquid-fed rocket, I would have to actively cool these down a lot further. So I'm probably best off just getting a rocket so that we can start collecting resources with a rocket rather than going down that route. I'm kind of getting... I was saying to TFE just before we started streaming, I'm kind of getting sick of having to mine. So I'd really like the rocket to do it for me. So you're able to make a whole flying ship like it shows on the loading screen? No. No, motherships were removed from the game a while ago and are not a thing you can do. Oh yeah, alcohol and nitrous probably would be the easiest liquid fuels. That's true. I don't think I've got an easy source of alcohol though. I've got a really easy source of methane. Okay. Pumped gas rocket engine. Or pressure fed. I think I'll go pumped. I need some gold and some copper. Or rather just some gold. Yeah, the game went in a different direction. And I've seen the conversations around the whether to have those old promotional images that are no longer feasible, and just while I agree that it's probably best to remove them and put them in some sort of pack that's people can see concept art in, Rocket, the CEO of Rocketworks, wants to leave them there because he was really impressed with the artist's original work and didn't want to get rid of it. So that's just how it is. What was I down here for? Gold. That's how it is and how it's going to stay.
Wait, how did Mike say I use that? I thought I had that disabled.
What did
the
you
heck?
use?
The on-screen celebration thing.
You can't disable it. You can just make it really expensive.
Yeah, I thought that's what I did.
Ah.
Have we go and change that then?
It doesn't show up in shared chat, which is nice. Yeah, I've made it obnoxiously expensive.
Oh, when I just opened my stream by mistake and then heard you twice. This is going well.
Actually, I'll do a couple of gold bars and send them up. Probably send some iron up as well.
Okay, it definitely reset, because I remember changing it at some point.
Need to keep alcohol fairly pressurized so that it doesn't turn into methane, though. Yeah, that sounds like... Yeah, nah. I'm not interested in doing that. Oh, we're out of copper. All right, fine. I'm done here, then. Takari, the on-screen celebrations are not meat shields. They are bits. You have to pay real money to use them.
Yeah.
And
I imagine
given that they...
very visually distracting as well.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate why some people like them. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, but I also know that some people would absolutely hate them. And therefore... letting one I don't know, it feels like that balance is off. Because I'd also be one of the people that'd be like, ugh. Especially if they're set to a rather cheap level where it's someone can spam them, and then you just can't watch the stream because someone's like, "This is funny. I'm going to keep doing this."
You're basically firing a confetti cannon into someone's face while they're trying to watch TV.
Yeah. Why would ethanol convert to methane? Yeah. Look, I completely agree with a comment that I read on my VOD last week, which was the issue with the new gases is that they were given real world names. And so you expect them to have real world behaviors. When it was just called volatiles and was ambiguous, you could learn the way the game did it. But now that it's called hydrogen and methane, it's not really as... It's not as easy to dissociate the real world connection. So I understand why that puts people off more than the old way did.
Actually, that is a question whether it would show up in Twitch VODs or not. Obviously not our YouTube ones because we record it separately in OBS.
I don't know.
Actually, it might do, because I think I saw a video post to YouTube right around when it came out, where, like, the on-screen celebration thing literally went live while they were streaming, so they had no idea what was going on.
How many fuselages should I do? Thank you, One Free Gamer. Thank you for the 300 melting snowmen.
I think I need to turn off my deep miner setup while I work on this thing, because the problem is I run out of power at night time and I can't keep working on all the logic stuff. So I can't turn it on.
There's another battery up here you could take, and you could take more solar panels down there. That's probably a better use of your time, because you're going to need the power on and a backup for that logic system, I think.
Or get the solar tracking on the existing panels.
Yeah, that could work. Would you like me to build you the all required stuff for that?
Sure.
i.e. housing and chip. Thank you, Louis. Thank you for the 106 wasted space.
What is with all the very random numbers?
I don't know. But I see Salt Shaker, I think wasted. Why would you find coal on Mars? Well,
there used to be life on here and it died?
Yeah. Forests with no microbes that could break down cellulose yet. They hadn't evolved yet. Yeah, that.
100%. Capac died a lot, yeah. What, millions of years ago?
Yep.
How old is he?
He's old.
What, it's like a hive mind, but each body of his is quite young.
Could be. He's so old he's forgotten. Alright, I'm gonna do some stretches since Reggie is reminding me. Let's do that while things print. Doctor, I just read that as Capac is an ancient.
Wait, didn't we have this discussion last week or the week before?
What?
Well, I think we did. Oh, hang on now. I was referring to the Final Fantasy version of Ancients, but yeah, I think we talked about that.
Well, if you did, and you're talking about Final Fantasy, I didn't follow. Because I don't know nothing.
Splitsie never plays story-based games.
I play story-based games, but I don't have any interest in JRPGs.
Which is kind of amusing, considering I had zero interest in them until I saw Capac playing some Final Fantasy VII, the second one, I think? Rebirth, yeah. Or the fact that he was playing what is probably the closest thing we get to Rocket League. It's a minigame.
I've played a few games that have JRPG combat mechanics, and yeah, it's also why I didn't join you guys for Slay the Spire. Like those combat mechanics kind of remind me of it, and I can have fun for a bit, but I lose interest in them quite rapidly.
What's a Cyberpunk's a JRPG then?
No, there are other things I can lose interest in, TFE. That was what's the term? Fallacious extension of the logical paradigm I'd presented.
Oh, but it's fun. I mean, there is quite a heavy Japanese influencing universe, but plus JRPG, well, like anything involving RPG has lost all its meaning and definition now.
True, but I think it's still pretty common that people think of that screen where you have the two characters, the attacker, the defender, and you're doing things against each other, and
you just stand there and get hit the other time.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Expedition 33 is you don't just stand around while the enemy's taking their turn. It's basically a rhythm game on their turn, because you can parry them. Come on, solar panels. Sun, rise faster. Pokemon is a JRPG. Technically?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's got that style of combat mechanic.
I suppose the difference JRPG, you tend to have a... I mean, technically there's a party, yeah, but... I suppose JRPGs, it tends to be other people? Like I said, you could define it a million ways. Wait.
Dragon Knight, I have no idea what you mean by those terms in this context.
I think what I'm saying is for normal turn-based RPGs, it's more about knowledge than execution necessarily. Like, there's no inherent pressure on the execution. You can take as long as you want, generally speaking.
I found in the games that I played that had those combat mechanics, I found that they destroyed any sense of pacing and pressure and things that motivated you to keep moving. It just, like, you'd go... yeah, it just took me out of it and felt... it felt like a mechanic that just... I don't know, for me, I'm like, why does this mechanic still exist? Surely there are better ways we can represent these concepts now. I get why I did ages ago, or why I did one on a Game Boy. Yeah. Because I'm quite happy with the turn-based stuff in games that are more focused on being turn-based. But when it's the way that it would always pop up in the games that I played, I was like, no, I'm good.
You mean where it basically cuts to a separate thing?
Yeah. Oh.
Especially when it's an environmental thing and it's always in the same place. You're like, that's not where I currently am, that's over there.
I'm definitely not articulating my feelings on it properly, but I'm doing the best I can.
Maybe I'm just bad at understanding.
Thank you, Masto. Thank you for the 639 rainbow unicorns. Speaking of random numbers, these curved windows are not vanilla. They are a mod called the Tubes mod by Wickus. 5 kit pipe, and what does the rocket engine need?
Ah, Tone, thank you, you maniac, for the 4,268 bits. The rainbows.
Oh, actually, it's just the pipe for that. Okay.
Okay, why does this slot reader not have an available slot, but this one does?
Daz, no, you're not. You're not surprised that I went for the pumped gas engine. This is the first rocket I've built in years. I'm going for the thing that I'm most likely to have success with. Therefore, any explosion that happens will be extra hilarious. And when I finally get my head around this again, then I'll be more willing to experiment with other things. But as I mentioned earlier, I just really don't... I'm really sick of having to mine. I'm hoping that this rocket, since
Oh, wait, no, of course, I'm just bring the centrifuge. What am I doing?
TFE and his centrifuges are going to take a while.
Yes.
Thank you, Sid's back. Wait for 2 red unicorns. Okay, what does this need next? Steel sheets.
My
Probably should have checked.
My logic reader can only read 1 centrifuge out of 3. Yes, Artone, I just want to get that working first.
So TFE, what you could do with your centrifuges is just read 1
Oh, yeah.
and empty all of them out anyway.
Well, actually, yeah, because they're all running at the...
They'll all run.
Well,
at about
yeah,
the
yeah,
same
they're all
time.
getting an
It'll be
even
a
spread of ore, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit inefficient, but in terms of simplicity of setup, not an issue. Hey Shadow, hey Stark, welcome Raiders. That was your Factorio. Steel sheets.
I went the factorizing.
How goes the Stationeers? Pretty well. Pretty well. I'm actually building my rocket.
No,
I'm actually doing the thing that's in the stream title.
It's not it's not backseating. If you're saying you must do this or I will burn your house down, then that's backseating.
We're fairly I think I think a game like Stationeers, you've got to accept some degree of people saying, hey, you should try this thing, because if you don't, it's gonna happen anyway.
Make combustion demise so you can burn the house down. Want a very long tube so I can fire the flames back at base.
Okay, pumped gas engine is made. Now, next thing is fuselage.
Yeah, this is too far away to burn anything down. It was funny though when someone suggested that to know what Capac's weather is, I should just look out the window. It's like, I'm curious as to how big they think Australia is.
Well, you know, plenty of people come to Australia and are like, they're staying in Sydney and they think that they can take a day trip to visit Uluru.
I mean, considering nothing outside of Hobart probably exists to 99% of mainlanders, and probably like 80% of people live in Hobart, honestly.
Yeah, Liberate Canada is bigger, but it's also just as empty. Now, what the heck is the difference between these fuselage types? I can't remember. Is it just aesthetics? No, people are saying just aesthetics.
Yeah, thank you, Evil Brick, for the 22 snowmen? I think that's what it is.
Okay, I need more jetpack juice. That's done. Now, I should probably make a fuel mixer. So I can have a small supply of fuel that I can pump across. Okay. This is going to be a prolonged process.
It's been a while since I've had to use the labeler.
There's a reason why you carry it though, because when you need it, it's really annoying to have to find where you left it.
Oh, since Mac, did I miss the rainbow unicorns? I'm so sorry. I just completely missed it. Yes, thank you for the 42 rainbow unicorns.
Okay. Let's go put this... What drill head do I want? Probably won't matter initially, but... No, I don't agree that there is room in the Mark II tool belt for keeping a labeler. Because annoyingly, now that there are 3 different cable types, plus your spray paint tool. Oh, right, mapping rocket first. So I could possibly make this one little. That's a fair point. And we need a painting belt, not a Mark III belt. We need a painting belt. A belt that can hold the spray paint tool and all the colors. What do I need to do next? Not umbilicals, got engine. Rocket atmospherics? The heck is rocket atmospherics?
Yeah, I'm getting more cables.
What's that for? What does it do?
Just keep saying it loud enough and eventually it'll tell you.
Rocket gas collector. When fitted on a rocket, this device will allow the collection of gaseous atmospheres from various planetoids. Hey, Urban Hangman. Welcome, Raiders. But I'm not I don't want to map. I don't care about... Honestly, don't care about mapping the planet. I'm wanting to scan stuff in space, and I remembered that it was better for me to have a scanning rocket and a collecting rocket than a scanning and collecting rocket. Because I was able to go further with the lighter weight scanning rocket and scan everything and then more efficiently get the collecting rocket where I needed to go. Okay, so that's not a thing I need right now. Rocket battery, rocket cargo storage, I'll need. Data link, I'll need. Are we still better off using inline tanks for the fuel storage on the rocket? Because that's what I used last time, rather than using the rocket ones, because they're insulated. Rocket scanner, that's what I need to make. Can you strap a cryopod to a rocket? Asking for science. Sadly not.
Trick would be getting the cryopod out of the base.
Well, yeah, considering the blocks can't become mobile in this. It's not like Space Engineers where you can just cut out the supporting bits and then go, woo!
Yeah.
So for this, I need a scanner. I need an uplink. I'll start printing off all the bits that I need, I think.
I say, it's so long since I've seen your character.
Because you've been down at your base.
Yeah.
So these bits on the floor, the housings, they're for you for your solar.
Okay.
Rocket scanner. Okay, I need electrum and solder. There's some solder. Go downstairs and make some electrum. Yeah, it's a pity Capac's possibly not going to be here when this rocket launches. See you, Shadow.
See you, Shadow. What the? That looks terrifying with your face bathed in darkness. I think it was, yeah. I think you were sort of being backlit by the door control panel.
You can put several rocket scanners into the rocket to speed things up. Okay. Okay. Might have to do that. The rocket scanners means I'm going to need more batteries. So this one's probably going to need to be fairly hefty power supplies, I imagine. Charlie's good. She's not with me right now because my other half is home and she's doing more interesting things than I am. Because it is Easter Monday, so...
Oh, Graz, why?
Hey, Graz. Thank you for 72 months. Why did the miners all wear heavy clothing while working? It was cold down there. Graz, you know it's Easter, not Christmas. You're not meant to have like Christmas cracker level jokes. Don't worry about faith, you'll get distracted. It's a thing of the games that I play that the likelihood of a task being completed in a normal sequence is very low because of the chances that something more critical will come up to interrupt it. It is an atmospheric corridor. Makes you feel like you're entering a club.
Oh, squirrels, yeah.
You know, it's funny seeing how easily you make alloys now compared to your earlier streams. Oh man, yeah. It's one of the reasons I think I really like I've always quite enjoyed... Why am I going outside? I don't need to go outside. I need to go over to the printing machine. Yeah, I've always enjoyed the mini game that is manual smelting of materials in Stationeers. A data link being made.
I think I saw an image in the Discord of the squirrel thing that Chipstick's made, I think.
Yeah, there's an alien squirrel.
Still not as horrifying as the, I think it was Constantine made the, SpongeBob AI-enabled bots that will try and kill you with guns. It's terrifying.
Yeah. I've never understood what it was. I don't know. I never watched any SpongeBob, so I don't understand everyone. It's like the cultural obsession with it. Whenever I make Stellite, I always end up blowing still burning fuel out the exhaust pipe, like getting my furnace to breathe fire. Yeah, that's fun though. We did that last week, didn't we? Capac was, we were making something, and I was blowing the exhaust out the top. Everything was on fire. So that's a bunch of batteries, which is probably an excessive number, but I really don't want this thing to run out of power. I'll see how many I can actually fit. I've got the data link. Got the scanner.
Wait, no, that's the output. Right. I'm getting slightly confused because all these readers and compare units aren't necessarily orientated where you can do a straight line from input to output. I'm getting there.
It's 2 battery kits to make a medium battery. Okay. Well, 2 medium batteries. Do I need to have the transformer on the rocket? Or can I get away without it going straight into a battery? I've never bothered with one. Okay. Umbilical, avionics. Cool. So I think I'm probably gonna need more cables in a second. So maybe I'll grab those before I go too far. But I'll start laying out the power systems in the rocket and then come back and see how I can manipulate the fuel in and see how I need to adjust it. But I'm trying to do this in kind of segments so that I don't end up feeling so overwhelmed by what I'm trying to do. How long will this power system last? Louis, do you mean the power system for the rocket? Or do you mean the power system for the base? For the base, I think it's going to last a long while, especially if I get around to adding a few more batteries. But with 5 batteries on the base compared to the 2 we had before, if we start exceeding the production of the solar panels, the storms and the wind turbines should fill up the batteries anyway. Some thought stairs so you don't waste fuel going over the base. It's okay. We got plenty of nitrogen. I'm not worried about using up a little bit of that for jetpack over the top. But what I would like to do when I get to building the control tower for the rockets is move these radiators so that I can then potentially either make it so we walk around here and go under, or have a path that goes directly under and pops out just next to the thing, the airlock. Kind of what I've been thinking. I'm gonna go that one. This. There you go. Nice little rocket. Okay. Where does how do I connect the umbilicals again? Yeah. Only another umbilical. I have to have another one. That's right. Okay, let's do that.
Yes, I'm giving such fascinating commentary with trying to concentrate on this.
Yeah, I get it. It's understandable today, TFE.
Disconnect everything and everything else. Yeah, I don't know. I was initially thinking that, oh, maybe you meant to connect it in a certain order, but then figured out that no, you just have to connect everything.
Yeah, I always just do connect everything to everything, so then you don't have to worry about it. Capac, I think, tries to do it more efficiently, but I think that just makes your life harder. Because if you can ignore the cabling and just focus on the logic that you're trying to get your head around, it just makes it that little bit easier. It's one less thing to have to deal with. I feel like people who are skilled at this stuff, they can focus on being more efficient. Those of us who are learning, we can just learn.
I'm attempting to set it up in such a way that the centrifuge, once it's done processing, however much ore it is, it will throw it out into the silos I've got set up to store the stuff.
Yeah, that might work. Capac won't be here today. He is working.
He was arrested for koala smuggling. What? Sure, it's got to be sandwich smuggling. The biosecurity wouldn't be
There's
very happy.
no way he'd get arrested for that. Unless they check his stomach contents.
Okay, fair point. I don't know, maybe he tried to eat one on the plane and they took him off?
But that doesn't work. What am I doing? Bad idea. right, so if that's going up, I've then at the moment, unless I can put something else in between.
Okay. It's doing something. Although it appears to be constantly activating, which is not quite what I wanted. Oh no, is that what it's supposed to be doing? Oh, except it's slowing down, so it's not going to work.
There might be a better way to arrange these batteries. I'll leave it for now, though. Okay.
That's not what it's supposed to be doing, yeah.
That doesn't matter where on the rocket I put the rocket scanner, or can I just shove it anywhere and it'll function? Because if I can shove it anywhere, I might be able to make this more compact. Anywhere.
So when it's
I need to
full,
leave
it'll
that
throw an
central bit
arrow.
for fuel.
Okay, that's... Yep, it's saying it's currently narrow. Oh, wait, is it import, not export?
And we can get avionics. That's just single inputs, that's
It
fine.
probably doesn't help there's a whole bunch of ore it's going to push out of it first.
I should probably come down there and see what you're doing, shouldn't I?
Potentially, yeah.
You let me know if you want some help with any of it.
Oh, right, of course, the silo thing is in stacks. Right, because I'm like, oh, it's not filling up. Like, wait, it's on 6 when it was on 0 before.
You don't have a stacker before the silos yet?
No.
That's a mistake.
Clearly just watching the lever just constantly turning itself, ejecting on and off all the time.
Okay. That's not too bad of a excess of cable. Leaves me plenty of room. Like I could maybe... I can fit plenty of fuel in this. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with this for now. All right, what do I need? Screwdriver and electronic parts. I need 2 electronic parts. Do the cable coil. Apparently, I already have the bits for that.
Oh.
Four electronic parts. And a head. And what do I need for these batteries? Cable coils. And okay. 12 electronic parts. Let's go get those. Wait, this is coming together. The rocket is taking shape. I've got, I think, the majority of the electronic components in. And then I just got to squeeze as much fuel. Just going one scanner. Oh yeah, that's right, Daz. I was thinking of putting a second scanner on, wasn't I? I'll print off a scanner while I go get some food and drink.
I was using gas
takes forever.
centrifuges. Why do people want me to explode?
Well, the gas centrifuges are a lot faster, apparently.
Ah. I'm sure that's the primary reason people want me to do it.
Yeah. I totally want to save you time. Definitely.
Time,
Thank you,
efficiency,
Scythe.
and chance of explosion.
Thank you for 76 months. That is a many, many months. I'm gonna be right back. I need to take a quick bio break. Sure. Let's stand here since TFE's just arrived. I will be back in a second.
Wait, is his eye colour different? He's green. I have my suit on because I was just coming in for a quick pit stop. I say when taking all the suit off, stuff probably takes like 6 seconds at most, whatever. Yeah, it's water mainly. The annoying thing is, if I've got it set up correctly now, I have to stand around and wait for it to activate again. So assuming I understand it, it will keep opening until it's cleared all the refined ore and then it'll go back to normal. The constantly opening and closing was definitely not meant to happen. Capac says someone has to fill the meteorological wax quota. So when it's full, it will throw an error, which will then cause all this to activate and open it. Oh wait, it's meant to be import or export? Occupied. Because in the things Lindsay sent me, it said I forget which slot. Occupied. Actually, surely it'd be export. Occupied. Because that means it's got something to push out. No, now it's just doing that all the time.
Power low.
Yes, I probably should have had a, like Splitsie said, a stacker pushing so I could see where the ore was actually moving. So using the silo, which obviously counts as tax 50 to take a while.
Alright. I'm back. And since Capac's not here, this is less fun, but I have snacks.
Ooh.
It's always more fun when he gets disappointed that I've got food and he doesn't. Yeah, the logic of the centrifuge is a bit more tricky to wrap your head around because you have to do 2 steps. It's not just a if this, then this. It's a if this, then do this, then this, then...
The error is flicking on and off.
Whereas if you hear me snacking, let me know because I would rather you not be able to hear that. Uh-oh.
What?
I might have made more rocket scanners than I'm ever going to need.
You leave it running.
Yeah, by accident. That was a mistake.
Oh, wait, no, with this setup, it's activating me when it's not an error. Okay.
Whoopsie. No, I need to go get more gold. Oh, wait, I have some. Yes. God, I made that extra stack.
Okay, so both need these to be in the one state.
True, I could build a second scanner rocket and a third. Need 12 of these. So what's the stream snack? It is leftover hot cross buns from yesterday and chocolate Easter bunny.
Nice. We can go for chocolate football or something.
No, I've got a white chocolate bunny. There we go. Put an extra fuselage on board to house all those scanners. No, one of the things I very much learnt on Venus was you don't want to have too big a rocket. And I definitely want to keep this small. The smaller I can keep it, the better. Part of me that thinks putting this here might make some sense. Because I can then pipe the pipes around to the side and do inline tanks going up. It means I don't have to place any new cable blocks. Because if I placed it on top of the other scanner, I'd lose this corner block. I guess placing it here, I'm losing 2 blocks underneath that have to be done with pipes instead of... Hard to know. It's always tricky with this stuff. 3D Tetris. That is probably more efficient, actually. Yeah, the fuel umbilical doesn't have to be at the same level as the power umbilical. It can be elsewhere. I mean, it's better to not be at the same level. This aspect of rocket design is a part that I felt that I was actually not terrible at.
You thought? Now I'm trying to tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No. I think this was the part of the rocket building in Stationeers that I was actually pretty decent at. It's the part of this that I think Capac would probably struggle with. I want those batteries the other way around. So I can access the data and see what the power remaining is. Dang it. At least you can't open the parachutes before launch. Yeah. That old KSP thing? All right. Thinking. I'm just going to put some of these pipes down, even though I'm going to replace them with insulated ones, but I'm just going to put some down so that I can help make it clearer what my plans are with the piping. But I think now that I've realized that there's an extra data point that I need to connect to these batteries, I don't have much choice but to flip them around and change how they're arranged. You don't need that data point? Why not? Does it just tell you how much battery you have anyway? Is that just so I could turn them on and off? Cool. All right. Well, that's good. I don't need to do anything
Is there
with them.
canvas parachutes for Stationeers rockets?
No, they have to do SpaceX style landing. They have to have enough fuel. Which I have not sometimes. And it is very easy to not have enough fuel. So you've got to really keep that in mind. Extra reserve landing battery. If I end up with if I end up with a little bit of space for that, I might try and put a little battery in that's just a safety battery.
Ah, here's the end gates and stuff I was looking for. Okay.
All right, let's go see what TFE's up to, and then we'll come back to this rocket. Make me a rubber ducky. So you've still got them all just ejecting into a silo each, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll cross that bridge later. Let me have a look at what this guide that I sent you said, so I can see what you're.
Well, the problem is I did what it said, and which is constantly activating. Like, as you can see, it's empty of iron ore. It's still. It's because the problem is the moment something goes in, the error changes, and, or rather, it stops having an error and immediately deploys again, which is not what I want because it means it's powering down.
Hang on. So you've got.
Yeah. Both of these need to be in the one state. I only want it to activate then, not when they're both on 0.
Logic reader error.
Yeah, that's correct. But I only want it to go when the export's also occupied.
Do we actually need that second step?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there's something simpler that we could do here.
Possibly.
Also, I need to stand back from you because you move a lot
Yeah.
while you're thinking. Like trying to watch any of Capac streams.
Change the...
Centrifuge. Import count. Import count. What was I doing in my one? What was I was reading something to figure out when they were done. I don't remember whether it was error or something else.
Turn off the logic drive for a second. So yeah, I thought there was a...
Reagents. I mean, reagents might actually work here because
Actually, yeah, let's have a
TFE's
look.
only got a single thing.
Wait for it to spin up again and start processing.
Not read occupied state equals.
It doesn't help that you slide down this hill here. I really should fix that.
Yeah. No, so TFE, this compare unit I think is what's wrong. You're not doing an and there, you're doing an equals.
Hmm.
Are they both reading, so do they both read a 1 in the situation that you want?
No.
Because if they're not, then you can't use this. They need to be
Oh,
not
wait.
equal.
As in, no, the problem is they do read as 1, but the problem is them both being 0 is also activating that.
Yes, true. So do you need to do a binary
That's what I'm
maths?
saying. How do I change... Like, I was looking at this gate unit. I was thinking send them both to that. Use the and then send it to the compare unit. How do I change it from 0 to 1? The state at once.
Yeah, this is why I prefer IC10, because it's just a case of replacing a line of code instead of replacing a whole circuit.
Okay, it's up to speed in processing. Oh, yeah, reagents is indeed measuring how much is waiting to be shoved out. Oh, wait, no, it's showing 3, but the...
Yeah, because it's processed
Oh, it is, yeah.
3. Now it's processing. Hang on, I'll tell.
Four.
If you watch it, I'll tell
Yep,
you when it's
4.
processed another one. Tell me when it's finished processing a stack, a bit.
50%. 80, 90, 100.
Okay, yeah, it added an extra one. So,
Cool.
what's the max capacity of a centrifuge?
I think someone's chat said 400.
So if we just do when that equals 400, empty, wait a time for it to evacuate it, and then...
Yeah, so just wait like 10, 15 seconds.
Well, you can wait till the reagents equals 0 again before you reset it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez, I'm on 14% battery power. That's what I get for not taking my suit off.
I reckon that way feels so much simpler.
Mm.
You read one value, you open it up, and but you set a batch to open all of them at that time.
Yeah.
So you just watch the one machine. And screw the inefficiency. Because it just makes it work. Yeah, if you did read, I'm coming through the airlock tube, by the way. Just don't close it before I come in. If you have it set up so that it waits to do the open until it's got 400, and then waits to do the close when it's got 0.
Yeah.
And that's it. That feels much cleaner to me. I don't know if it does to you.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Thanks, Demon 40404. Thank you for the 41 months.
That's a tongue twister.
That's a lot of 4s. Yeah, actually, TFE, I'm gonna go give you a nuclear battery in your suit.
Oh, great, I'm going to be irradiated.
Well, now you're gonna run out of air instead of power.
That's pretty good. I mean, I'd probably need to come back for water before that anyway.
Yeah, probably. Do I give... Oh, give one. Feel too mean not doing it.
Ah, do I need to wait?
No, you're good.
Oh, you've got it. Cool.
It's already fully charged. Fully charged when I put it in. Who has the longest subscribe streak? There are a few people who are equal firsts, and they're at 78 months on Twitch. There are longer on YouTube, I think. And then probably a few people who are still longer than that on Patreon. And I'm hopeful at some point in the next couple of months I can figure out a way to do something cool with that knowledge. Can you imagine if Can you imagine his indignation if you didn't, though? It would be legendary. I mean, Scythe, it does make it tempting for me to replace his nuclear battery with a small battery in his suit.
He'll just be wondering, why do I have to keep coming back to charge it so quickly?
Mm. Library. Filtration, pollutant phase, Vulcan CO2, Vulcan vent cooling, grow light timer, centrifuge unloader. Let's see what my centrifuge unloader, how it worked. Exactly this way, TFE.
Hmm?
I did my centrifuge script unloader, worked in exactly the same way as what yours is working. I checked if there were 400 in there, and if there were 400, I unloaded. You may need a memory, you're going to need a memory unit to have the value of 400, I think.
Yeah.
So you can compare the 400 against the value that's there and use an equals. So your equals that's already there, you could use that.
Do I need to come
Then
back
I would
from the
unload.
memory kit then?
What happened in unload? And yield. Branch greater than 0. Yeah, so I just wait till it reaches 0 and then do it again. So yeah. I think you're going about it the right way. Normal battery in the laptop is fine. Because the laptop basically doesn't use battery. It doesn't actually use any power. What am I making? I need to make something. Battery. Rocket battery. Okay. This one I will need control over. Oh, Artone, thank you again. Thank you very much for the 10 gift subs. Yes, my script regularly checks to see if the future's done, and TFE's compare can do the same. He's going to just need 2 circuits. I'll give him 1 second.
It's simple once I understand it. I suppose I do sort of understand, it's just I'm trying to understand it while multitasking is not helping.
Yeah. You're going to be worse at this than you would be otherwise.
Mm. Thank you, Artone, for the 1,329 rainbows.
Uh,
Oh yeah, my character hasn't died yet. By some miracle.
Capac's the only one who's died, right?
It's by the only times I've accidentally opened my helmet outside.
Well, I mean, we've done very well. It's day 156, and the only death has been Capac's. Question is, which tank is better, rocket tank or inline tank? I would say inline tank is going to be better because then I can fuel up the rocket, leave the fuel in the rocket, and know that it's not going to freeze. Because I can use the insulated tanks. It just gives you more time to prep things. Did Capac explode the base once? No, twice. We even had to reload after one of them.
Yes, he exploded once in an alternate timeline.
Yeah. We reloaded the game because, well, at a certain point, Capac's pain stops being funny. It's a lot further along than you'd think, but it does happen eventually. Does Capac have a death quota to keep so this team can't be accused of being flawless?
I don't think anyone's ever accused us of being flawless.
No, that's not our thing. Yeah, you don't want to make Capac quit playing altogether, exactly. Though there are times where that could be funny. Twitch, stop trying to run ads.
Which is evil.
I don't know what's trying to run ads. Ran them recently enough. Go away. Got another half an hour. Right. Make the rocket umbilicals for gas. B gas. Capac is why I'm here, just annoyed enough to be funny. That's my goal. Annoy him just enough that it's still funny. I don't think the ads thing on Twitch is intelligent in any sense. I think it is literally just a timer.
I mean, that's still better than, was it YouTube's auto ad placement?
YouTube's auto ad placement is actually
The worst thing in existence.
no, where it puts the ads is actually quite good.
The frequency.
How many it puts is really bad.
I'm sure I've got a screenshot of what mine recommended to me of like 20 or 30 ads in the first hour. Something.
Well, it puts an ad break, a potential ad break in every 2 to 3 minutes, which, for those of you in the US, is that about right for broadcast TV? What would broadcast TV have in the US? In a 30-minute show, how many ad breaks would it have?
Is it normally like 18 and 12 or whatever? I know,
Because
changes.
in a half-hour time slot, you get 8 minutes of ads. So YouTube ad slots are typically 1 to 2 minutes. So the 2 minutes you have 4, so that's 1 every 7 minutes. So it is more frequent than that. Yeah. But it's also not meant to run an ad in every single one of those slots. So I think that aspect of it's broken. Yeah, most people who mentioned that there are lots of ads I've accidentally not removed all the excess ones, say that they're getting them about every 5 minutes. Which is pretty obnoxious. Like, I would put American broadcast TV at super obnoxious levels already. Because Australian broadcast TV has fewer ads than that. Yeah, Gruz, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure they have metrics and analytics to say that it's just broken enough in their favor to not fix it quickly. Yup. Helps to have the door open before I try and go through it. But yeah, my intention for ads, my usual ads on YouTube would be once every 20 to 30 minutes. Let's just get some of this out of my hands. Okay. Now I got room to hold things. Especially with putting the scanner heads away. Oh no, that's annoying. Do you like the ad stretch break combo? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm liking the way I've actually found, so the whole Reggie notifying in chat that I might have an ad that's about to go, that I'm actually finding really quite helpful. It's reminding me to stretch often enough that I haven't had any horrible spasmy back pain since I started doing it. And it's obvious enough that I don't usually miss it. Sometimes still miss it with Shaq. I'm always going to miss stuff with Shaq. He and I just get so deep into our conversations that it's we lose attention to so many things. And I think I'm worse than he is. Alright, so battery.
Germany has annoyingly different ad intervals. Oh. I think it was something with repeats of Seinfeld or some show where they actually sped up the recording to essentially stick in more ads. Like they played it like 3% faster or something.
You know in what country that was?
I think it was America.
Sounds about right.
I think it was only a specific network doing it. It wasn't in general.
Yeah. we go. I now have a backup battery. Once I put some electronic parts in that, then that should give me all of my power systems. All of my electrical is done. And it's a case of fitting in as many inline tanks as I possibly can. There you go. Yeah, get it, boy. You build the internals for the rocket. It's a cool. I really like their rocket system. There's a lot of potential for optimizing it. There's a lot of potential for messing it up. That's not different to the stuff that you're used to from the rest of the game. They've managed to integrate the same potential stuff ups. So if you take the same approach, you should be okay. How do you get ores from rockets? Well, I need to fit some cargo on here, but not this rocket, because this rocket's for scanning. So this one's a bit simpler. All I've got to do is fit fuel and power. Because this rocket's going to go up. It's going to scan the local asteroids. It's going to scan some stuff that's further afield and try and find asteroids that have the resources I'm after. I can then send a mining rocket to those and bring those resources back. But for this rocket, it has just a single goal, which is to go up there and scan. Makes it lightweight, comparatively. Oh, I don't have a cable. And that means I can keep it up there for longer on the amount of fuel that's there, and I can scan more things and make my heavier rocket only have to go to exactly where it needs to go. Rockets have their own tank, but as far as I'm aware, Beerseeker, they are not insulated. And so I would prefer to use insulated inline tanks instead. Cable. Thanks, Norby. Thank you for the probe sub. Why is there a forest of inline tanks next to my thing? Because I didn't want to hold them in my inventory, so I just placed them down. To ensure that they would not be deleted and they would not get in my way. What engine have I got? Pumped gas. The least powerful of the lot. Oh, Twitch, why?
What? That's literally been a minute.
Yeah, and my snooze ads button isn't working now. Fine. I'll get up and do a proper stretch then. See what TFE's doing? Probably not.
Still messing with cables.
They heard me talking smack, yeah. Seems like it. Seems like it. Let's sit down here. Oh, the plants are going better. Slowly. They're very slow. Okay. Let's do this. That one. That one. I probably should have taken my suit off, yeah. Well, this will be a bit more of a spicy break, just in case I do run out of air.
Oh dear. Jimmy, like it's ransom. We've had this conversation before that I am a T-Rex. I have very short arms and I'm very tall.
Let's see, I set up my rocket with 6 of the 3x1 inline tanks, and it was enough because it allows you to have up to 60 megapascal of gas in the system. True. It's an awful lot of gas. But it's since this is a scanner rocket, I'm probably going to make it go a long way, so the more fuel I can get in, the better. I think. Getting old. Wait, if TFE is the Tyrannosaurus final event, does that make you a meteor or like a
maybe
volcano or something?
An asteroid.
Trying to remember if.
I know at one point there was a theory that disease wiped out the dinosaurs and not a meteorite.
Well, I mean, it might have, technically.
Well, in the sense
the
of
asteroid was just the inciting event.
Yeah, because the fact that a lot of the smaller creatures that you would expect to be worse affected didn't die out.
Well, no. I was watching Eons, the PBS Eons YouTube channel, and there was a thing they were talking about, a theory of part of the reason that mammals came out on top after is that we are much better resistant to fungal infections.
Yeah.
And with the environmental conditions after the impact, fungi were having a whale of a time. So the thought was that maybe it was actually the dinosaurs and reptiles and things just have worse resistance to them than we do. I'm sure there were more details to that I don't remember, but I just watch these things for entertainment, so I don't feel like
I mean, it also doesn't help that this all happened like 65 million years ago or something.
Yeah, so it's our best guess. That theory breaks the mold. Oh. Enjoy. What am I doing? I was coming in here for cable. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, one of my centrifuges is actually full. Okay.
You got 400 iron for us. Does it feel worth it?
Don't even want
That was always the point that I get to with that. It's like, has my time on this? Would I have just been better off hand mining for this? All right.
Yeah, the base looks quite cool from above now. It's a bit more sprawling.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I really like having all the lights on. You just see so much more. Although I really need some lights down here near the launch site. Didn't build any close enough. All right. Next bit is more this. Let's get an umbilical. could I put this? Oh, that could work. If I ever find the correct rotation. That. I was going to make all of this layer into tubes anyway. Did I place that the opposite? Oh. Placed that exactly the wrong way. Oh no. Oh yeah. That's how I want it. There we go. The center of mass play a role in this ICBM design. I don't think it does at all, no. This is 100% just get it to fit. You can get it to fit, you win.
Jeez, Splitzie's gonna open the fridge and find a RAM tool because I forgot to pick it back up, yeah.
Oh dear. Of course. Of course, TFE.
Okay, so my memory state of 400. I compare it, state it's equal to 400.
Tinjo, I don't think I can adjust the pun pass to be
More
progressively more expensive per user, especially. Okay. We can fit quite a lot of these. Maybe I could make this rocket even smaller. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea. Hey, these games. Not centered about the amount of stuff in the rocket makes out of the launch. Yeah, it's all about mass rather than distribution of mass. As long as you don't have too much mass for the particular engine that you have, you'll be fine. I need another 9 at least, plus some more pipes to connect up here, and then I can probably fit a few more tanks in the top section. And then all I need to do, transfer the fuel mix across. Yep, that looks good. See you, Spectre. The more fuel you have on board, the more fuel you need to get off the ground. All good fun, yes, indeed. The rocket equation. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna slam as much fuel as I can in here.
See you, Spectrum.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll make another 15 or so of the inline tanks. See how many I can actually manage to fit. Scrapyard. Will I ever get the time to do that idea that I had with the planet that I was making? Find out.
Add it to the
2028.
Add it to the pile of ideas we've had.
It's it's been an interesting path adjusting to this life where I don't have as much control over my time as I once did, and remembering that when I come up with ideas. Yeah. Let it get as far as it can. Build a launch pad in the distance for rocket landing. Blammo. No, surprisingly, having played SE2 the other day, that's the first time I've seen in chat someone asking about the SE2 versus SE1. Something came to mind when I was whinging to TFE before we started streaming about mining in Stationeers and how it's not very interesting. And it's one of those things that once I understood how the old deep miners worked, my goal, as you guys saw on my Vulcan playthrough, my goal was just to beeline get that done. Do not make it so I have to do any mining whatsoever, so that I can just have the resources there.
Yeah.
Because the process of mining was not that interesting.
Wait, this worked? I thought I had to do a setup and then it just worked. What? Okay, so once it starts emptying, it just empties all of them automatically. It doesn't stop? I don't understand why this is working.
Do you have any do you have anything set up to close them again?
No, but that's the thing. It closed again on its own.
Did it?
Yeah, I didn't touch it. In which case, I don't need this. Get rid of that.
That's surprising. I didn't think it worked like that at all. That's cool.
I mean, it would have been nice to know at the start.
Yeah. We just assume you're sick of the question or that it is too early to say. I think SE2 versus SE right now, it's a no-brainer for 99% of people. It's SE, not SE2. Because SE2 just doesn't have the things for most people. I think some people play it because it's the new one. More so than it actually being the better option. The thing that I found with playing it the other day was that with the ore deposits being as small as they are, and with tools being locked behind something that you have to get to space for, as in ship-based tools, I couldn't make a drill. I couldn't make a mining ship. I couldn't bypass that. I had no options. And so it felt like quite a linear experience that was being forced down a particular path. And that didn't feel great. So that's the sort of thing that either I'm going to have to mod out or hope that they fix. Plus, the other day was very frustrating because they've got an incredibly game-breaking bug at the moment where you can't modify your vehicles away from base because the projection will place back where they were last built upon, and you'll have to delete that projection to then get them to place on the actual grid. So if you go fly away and try and add something to your ship, it'll place it back at your original base. So you're now going to fly back there, delete that, and then try and build again. And gold is the gated material, yeah. So it's like, that's too early a gating to force me to go to space. And it means I've got to rush space rather than enjoy the transition to space. Because I can't do anything else. I think that's a mistake. They've either got to change, they've got to give us at least grid drills before needing to go to space. 2 more of these and then I can make some pipes and then I can go back to the rocket. Yeah, it's taken away from the sandbox. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 7 Days to Die updates. It's closing you down to a specific path, which makes sense because they've been working on their campaign story mode thing. So I suspect they just haven't even been thinking about sandbox. At least I hope that's the case. Yeah, Daz, it does seem odd that you've got this beautiful planet when, especially once it's got the water and water physics, and they're getting you to get off as quickly as possible. Like literally, if I was making a tutorial series for Space Engineers 2 right now for sandbox mode, I'd be like, very first video, this is how you build a ship to leave the planet. Because until you do this, everything is done by hand, and that will drive you away from the game. I'm playing S2 and watching you found some large close-to-surface ore deposits on the Capac planet.
I figured out what it is. It pushes up to 100 iron at a time. Is what happens. So in my case, because I was testing with 100, it went down to 9. So it doesn't push all of it out, it just pushes 100 in a chunk. Which actually isn't too bad, how long processing takes.
TFE, that doesn't make sense, what you just said. That if what you said is true, the numbers you said, it pushed 91, not 100.
Oh, 91, that's what I meant.
But that means that it's just... That means that there's some other factor.
Maybe
so you probably do want to
measuring?
have that other thing to make it wait. Because otherwise you're only going to be emptying out 90 when you should be emptying out 400. That'd be my thinking anyway. But yeah, SE2 is a funny one because I want it to succeed. I want it to be great. And I had very high expectations for it, which is both what you would... When it's your favorite ever game, that's kind of how your brain works. You're going to have high expectations for the sequel to it. And it's so far leaning towards an experience that's different to what I wanted out of Space Engineers. Knowing the way that Keen's been over the years, they may well try this and keep pushing it for a little bit longer. And if it's unsuccessful, as it so far kind of has been, because the game doesn't have but it may just be too early for it to be successful, which is the problem. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed to be a bad way to go about things, but when you're relying on an existing audience base, it hasn't worked out quite ideally for them. Yeah, I find it to be a tricky one for me to talk about. Yeah, I'm not going to have stuff sticking out of the rocket cone because that feels jank. Don't think that's going to stick out.
Yeah,
SE2 so far is more of a story-based game, I would say, yeah. Less of an engine for you to tell your own story and more of a thing to experience a story in. And I can totally see why that happened. For years and years and years, people have been very noisy about Space Engineers doesn't give you any direction, it doesn't have any story, any content, any this, that, or the other. So you can totally see why Keen would be like, well, okay, let's give them what they asked for.
Especially when you described it as space Lego. I guess you wouldn't really compare it to Minecraft because it doesn't have that.
So people were complaining about that, so Keen have given them it. And now the other people, who may or may not have been a larger proportion of the audience, I've got no idea, are now complaining that it's not open format enough. So, like, in Keen's shoes, you're screwed either way. So I feel for them. Oh, some of the tanks are visible. I'll lose those ones. Surely they can have a story mode and a survival mode, though. Yes, absolutely they can, but I don't think that was their original. I've got no idea if this is true, but it feels like that wasn't the original plan. Because if that was the original plan, you would build up the survival mode first, I would have thought, so that everything's in place, because then you don't have to do all of these other scripting bits. But they've done it the other way around, and they've gone for the story first, which closes off the game to you have to play it their particular way. Yeah, Bandily, that's a really good way to sum it up. Some people wanted Space Engineers 2 to be Space Engineers, but in a better engine. Some other people wanted Space Engineers 2 to be Space Engineers, but with a story, i.e. no sandbox. And you can please both, but it's going to take a lot longer. Yeah, Tedekai, I think I'm saying I wonder if they wanted to showcase the story side first to get a feel for the player response. If that's true, it wasn't a great way to do it, I think. Because they didn't have the story done. There's so much placeholder in it.
There's not enough of a story. It's more just go here, do this.
Yeah, and to have the missions first and have you forced to do so many missions that are literally identical.
There is simultaneously
cool,
too much and not enough story. There is.
Well, it's not. But there's not story. That's the
it's
thing.
hand-holding,
it's
I
not story.
suppose. But it feels very much like a checklist of a tutorial. Except you're repeating the checklist sometimes.
Yeah, it's how they chose to do it. Can't change that.
Yeah. Right, I've actually just got the sanitization warning. That's been ages since I've had that.
Because you don't get out of your suit when you come home. That's why you need to do it. And if you have that warning, you consume more food and water.
I guess it's also because I've actually been out from base for ages as well.
Yeah, because you put the nuclear cell on you.
Normally, most times I'd be coming back to get components to make more stuff.
Speaking of components to make stuff, what am I doing now? I need to go smelt some silicon. Because I need to make the fuel mixer now.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been using the jetpack as obviously with going downhill. I don't know if it's faster going uphill, but going downhill, it certainly speeds me up if I jetpack into the air and then drop. Let's go and see if this batch writer is working.
Right.
And then I finally need to install the solar tracking thing that...
Copper... silicon. Least.
I fucked the building is airtight, so the solar panels don't get damaged, but it's not oxygenated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually vacuum so that it doesn't explode. Oh, there was no copper downstairs. You're right. I'm going to have to go mine some. Yeah, copper. Oh, I missed my jump. Where did I get that silicon? Yeah. Need silicon too, so I'll grab both. Yeah, I was just about to get down there, so I would have figured it out in a moment, but at least you saved me the trip down the stairs, so I appreciate it. Oh no. So the reason I need silicon is I'm going to make a fuel mixer and then a fuel tank. And from that tank, I will pump the fuel into the rocket. So we're going to have a high-risk tank near the launch pad. Oh yeah, the ground is pockmarked with all sorts of mess. And it's only going to get worse until either TFE or myself start collecting resources from other places. Yeah, the terrain manipulator will allow us to fill most of the holes. Although, it doesn't give the smoothest of edges, like gradual slopes, particularly easily. There you are, Tone. Yeah, so anytime people bring up SE2, it's one I find really tricky to talk about because it's very easy to point out the bad things. It's very easy to point out what it's doing wrong. And that's not the whole story. And I want to try my best to avoid just basically saying all the things that I think are wrong with it.
I mean, include the positives too.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the nature of things that it's a lot easier to talk about the stuff that's annoying you than the stuff that you're enjoying about it.
Yeah, as opposed to going, oh, this is nice.
But especially when the stuff that you're, like, I find it particularly hard with SE2 because the stuff that I enjoy about it is still probably done better in SE1. Other than the lighting.
Yeah, thank you, Tom, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much.
So I want to talk about it productively, and I want to talk about it in ways that, won't make it developers, like any of the guys actually working on it, have a really bad day. But I just can't ever seem to strike that balance in the stuff that's said in a way that feels right after the fact. Probably the closest I came was that backpack building video I made, because I was actually able to edit what I'd said, because that was actually my second attempt at making a video like that. I tried it earlier and was like, nope, that's not right. That came off way saltier than I actually feel. I need to try that again. Because I don't actually feel that bad about it. It's not the anger and frustration I felt with KSP2. It's not any of those sorts of strong negative feelings. It's just like, just doesn't have what I need to be able to spend time playing it. Just missing so many things that I occupy myself with in SE1. Yes. I do not want to... I don't want to emulate the sort of salt that Wasted will sometimes throw out, or others, because it's not how I feel. And it's not what I ever wanted to spend my time doing when I started streaming and making videos. And when I really think about it, one of the nicest things about doing this when I was working at the hospital was having context to be like, seriously, man, it's still just a game. It's still fun. You can still enjoy it. It's just maybe not the one you're enjoying the most right now.
Well, most games aren't going to be a 10 out of 10 experience, are they?
No. But, and also just like, every single day doing this, no matter how horrible, like even that day I played Occupy Mars, that was still better than most of my days in the hospital.
Or Dual Universe. Actually, that was just the tutorial.
That was just boring, and I just didn't know how to manage that sort of thing in a live stream context at that time. I was so new to live streaming, I just didn't know what to do. And that sense of uncertainty and not knowing how to handle it came out in frustration and more strongly worded things than maybe if I'd given myself a few minutes would have come out. But I think at the moment I'd find it very difficult to recommend someone buy SE2 unless I knew they had a particular penchant for building stuff for the sake of it and want the certain tools that I know are available there that aren't available in other games. And I hope that changes, but as it stands right now, I think that's the best. Opinion, I think the most reasoned opinion I can provide at short notice. Oh man, really no more copper? I thought I'd go out here and be like, oh, I'll collect some copper for everyone. Oh, there we go, there's some. There's another thing that adds to the degree of difficulty of saying this stuff in a way that conveys your true thoughts without making someone who loves a thing feel like they're somehow wrong.
Mm.
The only people who are wrong for liking a thing are PvP bullies.
I was going to say YouTube Rewind, whichever year it was. It was like the most unpopular thing ever.
Just all of them. Just say all of them, TFE. It's a lot easier.
No, but there was one. I think it's still the most...
I know there was one that was particularly egregious, but just say all of them. Yeah, PvP players who tell other players that they're wrong for wanting a game to not have a non-PvP mode, they're wrong. They're wrong, they're bad, and they should feel bad. The difference with one of the big differences with comparing SE1 to SE2 and comparing them at the same production stage is SE1 didn't have any competitors. Nothing was doing that. Nothing gave you that experience. So they didn't need to give you much because they gave you the physics, and you were really happy about that because nothing gave you it. Nothing gave you that building and that physics. SE2 is not in that world. Especially when you consider the original still gives you those experiences. But then even just last week, Starship Evo added its survival mode. So that's a genuine competitor for a lot of people who like building space Lego. Is it as polished as SE1? No. Does it give you more of a sandbox experience than SE2? Yes. Does it give you the physics? No. But for some people, the physics are actually an impediment to SE, not a sales point.
Well, like the stuff with subgrids.
Yeah, and that being difficult, whereas with Starship Evo, it's super straightforward because there aren't those physics issues that you'll run into.
Well, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm about 98% certain that my setup is working now.
Cool.
There's an unnecessary extra step because of the way I set it up, but I can't be bothered to remove the thing and...
I'm not far from your base, so if you're still there in a second,
No, I'm back at
me through
base
it?
getting some
Okay.
watering.
Well, as soon as you've done that, meet me at your base and you can talk me through what you've done, because I'm curious how you've deployed it.
Actually, I can bring over
Maybe
the
you'll
thing
you'll notice an issue if we talk it through.
Yeah, I can bring over the thing for the solar tracking for you to do.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can do that.
So hopefully I don't keep running out of power overnight.
Starship Evo has rotors, pistons, hinges, and rails.
Ooh.
So it has more moving
has
things
trains?
than SE2 has. No, it has rails, as in you can a linear rail for like a lift or
Oh, it's a linear direction.
canopy that slides open and slides shut, that sort of thing. But it has stuff that space engineers, either of them, don't have, but it also lacks things that they both have.
Oh, did I not close the fridge? Oh no. Hang on, thank you chat for shouting at me. I need to go back and check.
Bit of time off yet, being something for the second rocket, but are you going to build your own centrifuges for the space or force feed TFE setup? I'm going to build my own. Because TFE setup is for a specific ore. It's not for mixed ores, whereas mine's going to be for mixed. Where are you, TFE, right now?
Closing the fridge door accidentally left open because chat alerted me as I was getting into the airlock.
Huh. And right, so you're going to go grab the IC-10 stuff?
I've got the stuff on me.
Okie dokie. Starship Evo doesn't have the issues with Clang because its mechanical parts can kind of intersect one another, and it doesn't worry about that. So it simplifies a lot of it. But it also means that it can have mech controllers that are really easy to set up. So you can build and operate a mech that's actually practical.
I'm guessing it doesn't explode after 2 bullets.
Oh, right. Yeah. Thank you, Zinzamac. I do need to grab the laptop because the chip is not set with the script.
And everything is switched off because my battery's flat, of course.
TFE, come up here and grab the other small battery.
What, back at base?
Yep. There's another base battery that you can rip up because it's not in use.
All the way back up the hill.
Yep.
I need like a one of those moving walkway things.
Travelator.
Yeah. I still think air cannon would be cool, but probably not practical.
Yeah, premium ale. That's a fair point. If SE had, sorry, if Stationeers had more of the moving vehicle, moving ship physics stuff
Where is this battery?
at the end of this tube.
Oh, inside.
No, outside. TFE, come back here. Look, just through that on the other side of this wall.
Oh, this thing is not plugged in. Okay. Yeah. I need to dump some of my inventory. It's full of stuff.
No, Sif, I don't want to build an extra airlock because then we have suits in multiple spots, so we have multiple suits, and I just didn't want to do that. Not sure why anymore.
You just
Had a
do it
reason,
out of inertia.
but I can't remember what the reason is anymore. Like
It was a
if we
good enough reason.
Well, I think when I was thinking about it, I was like, it means we'd have separate backpacks, but we don't, because we mostly take our backpacks with us and just exchange our suit and helmet. So we could just have a suit and helmet at every airlock, and that would be fine. But the issue would be, oh, this is it. This is the issue. You always have to go back in the airlock you came out, and that's not going to happen. So you're going to end up hiking across the base to find the empty suit locker each time, or TFE and Capac are just going to get stinky. And that means more food and more water consumption.
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm stinking again.
At some point we'll need to get a shower. Hard suits are not that irrelevant on Mars. They really don't matter. Hardsuit backpack and the actually, and the tier 2 belts, they're the important things. The actual suit itself on Mars with the relatively mild environment really doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, flying is so much faster than here.
Yes. Thank you for using up all my nitrogen supplies, TFE.
What? Oh, is that a problem?
Wouldn't hardsuit make you slower and more stinky now the balance? Yeah, that's potentially true, Ufol. We're actually better off.
Oh. The area control battery's flat as well.
How? Do you not charge this? Oh, TFE. Are you running everything off that battery?
Oh, shouldn't be. Or is it?
You are.
Oh, is that... Wait. Well, that would have been good to notice earlier.
Yeah. Fix it.
Right. Cables.
No, you need to go back to base and make a transformer.
Wait a second, so I didn't notice that. When we looked at my airlock setup, you didn't see.
You hadn't built all this stuff
I hadn't.
branching off from the airlock then.
Sure I had. The foolish electrician.
Oh. Okay. Let's have a look at what he's done. See if I can pass it.
Yes, one of them is an unnecessary step, but that's because I already had it set up, so it was easier to just leave it.
Logic reader in. Centrifuge Charlie. Reagent 63. Then we have a memory set to... Why do you have a memory set to 99?
Because I can.
Why not 400?
No, because then it won't shove all of it out.
Okay.
So
TFE's doing something real weird. Okay.
I'm basically
Go on.
exploiting how the centrifuge exports stuff Actually, maybe I should put a 90 or 91.
I mean, it was
Close enough.
91.
Yeah, well,
but-
that's the thing. If I just do that, it'll shove it all out.
Yeah, Bifrost, of course I'm going to complain about TFE using nitrogen when he's jetpacking downhill and he can jump. But yeah, we have plenty. That's why I complained about it in a way that was like, I don't actually expect TFE to change what he's doing. Okay, so
Transformer.
where are the rest of these? How are you checking whether it's full? Are you just checking for the 90
Yeah.
and giving up after at 90
Yeah.
rather than letting it get to 400? You know, there's a okay. Okay. Are you almost down here?
What size transformer do I need?
Small.
Okay.
Please tell me there's enough materials there to make that.
I believe there is.
Orphy, not true. Disagree.
Okay, transformer. Got it.
Put a pre-made script and pretend it's a logic chip.
Hmm.
Could do. Okay, so TFE's finds out how many reagents there are in the centrifuge. He then logic compare reagents.
That's the unnecessary extra one.
Yeah, that.
But I
doesn't
just
look
have
like
it
it's
to
doing
output
anything.
its result to the batch writer because it's what I
Okay,
want to do
you know.
anyway.
Compare reagents to memory, and then outputs. And then you use the batch writer to knock them all out. So, the reason I side at you setting the value so low is the time it takes for centrifuges to spin up.
Hmm.
It's long, and you are spinning up more than 4 times more often than you need to.
Yeah, but this works.
Yeah. And you could leave it. And then when you do your next deep miner setup for the next resource, say copper, try and do it better. And then once you've made a better one on the copper mine, replace this one.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. I didn't know how to do the time delay thing.
So don't do a time delay. Have a second thing that sets it to that does the reset, which is obvious, which is a lot easier done in IC10 than in Logic. But now that you've done this, I think you'll find IC10 simpler.
I don't know.
Well, the reason being that IC10 follows the same rules as these logic chips. You need to grab the information, work on the information, and then have a separate thing set to tell the information to the correct device. So have you got your your transformer?
I have a transformer.
Yep. So you want a transformer going to this light cable that's going to everything else? And so its input is the heavy cable and its output is the light cable.
Wait, is this actually... No, it's definitely connected. Where's it going?
No, I have disconnected it.
Oh, you disconnected. Okay.
Yep.
So we want...
Now that was output to the light cable.
I believe so.
I'm tidying your cables.
What are you going against my cable setup?
Floaty cables. That's what I have against
Cool.
it.
You just need... As long as it's not too long, so it looks vaguely supported.
Come on, come in. Quick before the battery runs out.
The battery's fully charged. Oh, I said it's fully charged. It's now going down.
It's got plenty of charge. It's fine. Wait, do you have this set to pressurize?
Only slightly. This was ages ago. I'm pretty sure you had a look at all this. It's like set to like the minimum value, basically.
But the minimum value is 0. There you go. I mean, we can probably do the same for both sides, actually.
All right, the second battery.
Yep, you should be able to connect it up. Yep.
Stick it next to the first one.
Yep, put it next to the first one. And then you just got to connect your input and connect your output and turn it on. Now, you've unfortunately placed it a little too close to the other one, so you won't be able to switch it on.
Oh, right, yeah.
You'll need to leave a
Buttons
gap.
on the side. I had the same thing with the
Yeah.
logic readers and stuff.
Yeah.
And with the centrifuges, come to think of it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do.
Half losing my mind? No.
A bit more than that.
No. I'm trying to work out how you think about these things.
I think I'm trying to figure that out.
Because I'm trying to figure that out. Because if I can figure that out, I can figure out how to talk to you about things so that they make more sense to you. That's what I'm trying to do. Yep, and then connect your heavy cables on this side.
Cable.
Transformer half in, half out. Yeah. All right, then turn the battery on. Okay, so now you got a battery. Now we need somewhere to put down your IC10 housing, and realistically, you've got these on. You've got these as double port panels, don't you? Yep. Okay. What we can do is you could connect all of these solar panels up as a single port thing. So
It's
if
like
we,
here somewhere.
well, probably the easiest way to do it is to rip out each panel and replace them as a single port one.
Oh.
It's probably just the quickest way to do it.
Would I have light cable? Yeah, I'd
Because then
probably
you
do.
don't have to relay any cable. So I'll help you with it because it'll take a bit. It's a
we
bit
need
of an annoying thing.
crowbar, right.
This isn't how I would normally do it, but this should work quickest in this case, so we don't have to redo all your cabling and stuff. I might have to then teach you about hash stuff.
Oh no.
Because we're going to need a different hash, because the hash was set up for a different type of panel. But that's okay. That's another lesson.
Oh, wait a second. No, these are the normal ones you just placed.
Yep. You just... You literally ripped up the ones that I'd fixed already.
No, they said dual.
No, I did. This one's at the end. I'd already done these 3.
But it said dual, not normal.
No, I didn't.
I definitely did on one of them at least.
I literally just done them. Oh, man.
Everything's fine.
Okay, put all your glass back in. You don't need your welder for that. You can just shove it in. Oh, I can totally say that the hash is a difference without explaining it, because TFE doesn't need that knowledge right now. What do you need? Me trying to explain
Actually, wait a second.
without
This is
giving any
definitely going to
context
go for 5,000 watts, because I'm pretty sure I did the cable maths based on... actually, no. No, I did. I counted out so the max output, it would be, I think, exactly at it.
Okay, so remove one panel.
Yeah, because I
As in,
remember
remove the cable until you replace this with heavy cable.
Yeah, because I remember you mentioning something about how it can technically go over the maximum.
Yep, we can go up to 550 or something. So if you remove that one, you're unlikely to have an issue. Okay, so come back over here. Get your IC10 housing. And when you go to place it, you'll notice that there are two ends that have connections. One should look like a data connection, and one should look like a power connection, I think.
So I want the power connection on this
You want
end?
the power connection going from the big cable and the data connection going towards this little cable. You can put it in between the batteries.
Yeah. No, I can't put it centered.
You complaining about symmetry?
Yes!
You know, you could
Sometimes.
just move the battery a block over.
No. It's too late now.
All right, so now we got to connect this up. And then you connect the other side with the light cable.
Yep.
Because this means that the IC10 can run off the base batteries when it's in there. So now what we need to do...
Guessing you need the chip?
Yeah, pop the chip in the laptop.
Right, how do I do this?
Just put it in that little slot that's opened.
Ah, there.
Yeah. Then we go edit. And I've got to do this because it's in my library.
He's using the top secret hacking codes.
I'm going to put solar tracker. Is that my only one? Yes. Okay, you should be able to see a whole bunch of code on there if you click on edit. So,
the
way the way this is working is the top section is defining the names of things and what we're going to be controlling. So we've got panels 0 and panels 180 because I flipped my panels. So we should be able to just use solar panel 0 as our name. So that first line that's in yellow. Oh, actually, no. I was scrolled down.
So
from the top, you see alias sensor.
Yep.
We are going to need a daylight sensor down here, which we don't have. Sorry about that.
So I'll go and get one.
Yeah, you go get one. I'm going to take a quick bio break. And while you're getting... we'll be back by the time you get back.
And hopefully my character will have de-stinked by then.
And hopefully I won't die of thirst before I get back. I'll be back in just a second.
That epic running journey. Yes, I'm pretty sure I did the maths on the cable when I wasn't using the solar tracking, that it'd be fine. Obviously, if I want to add more, that's not exactly an option. Trying Stationeers on. Especially just makes it tutorial to teach me stuff. It's a bit extreme.
Where's the tutorial on Stationeers logic?
Yeah, just do a
or
tutorial for me to
IC10?
learn it.
Well, that's kind of... If I was ever going to do it, trying to teach you how to do it feels like a good place to start.
If you can teach me, you can teach anyone.
Not necessarily that, but just more...
Also that.
You clearly think through problems in a way that is very different to how I do. Like, we can see that in the decisions you make design-wise and things like that. They're very different to what I would choose. But also in how you enjoy and are good at chess, while I'm at best ambivalent and suck at chess. So we think very differently. And so if I can manage to articulate the concepts that I'm not especially good at with scripting, it's not something I am good at in any way, but if I can still teach it in a way that you understand, then I think I've understood it well enough that I could teach in general those concepts.
Chad is now arguing over how much I think compared to Capac.
Well, I think that I do think that's part of it, is that you're not used to games like Stationeers where you do need to think what's connecting to this, connecting to this, connecting to this. Yet you can clearly hold all those things in your head because you do it with chess moves.
Yeah.
Whereas equally, I can do it with this, which means I theoretically should be able to do it with chess moves, but just don't. I just go, move here.
I think it's more a case if I take the brute force approach to solving problems, just keep failing until I get it.
Have you got the daylight sensor?
Yes, but I'm... Oh, good, the stink's finally worn off. So I can go back outside and immediately get it again.
I will maybe head home because I've got 6% water left.
Oh. Actually, yeah, that'll help me
Hopefully I'll be
clear
back
a bit more
to
as well.
catch up with you in a sec.
I think it's a case if I think too much or too quickly.
You speed read.
Yes.
Which I genuinely... My other half does that too, and it always seems that everyone I've ever known who speed reads misses really critical information.
No, but that's the thing. That's me... When I say I speed read, that's me reading slower than normal.
Yeah, which means you need to slow down more.
There's only so much... I've read the same thing 4 times. It's not... A 5th time is probably not going to help me understand it better.
But yeah, it's just different ways people think and different approaches. And I found I was able to, with SE, distill things down to, we're going to do this and this is why. We're going to do this and this is why. And those explanations over the many years I've redone those tutorials, I felt got clearer and clearer. While something like explaining logic, I think I'm going to struggle. It's going to be a little bit of time before I get to that point.
I think it's also a case... If you've seen what my drawing's like, I should not be considered the standard.
Don't forget to close the fridge.
Wasn't we playing Jackbox or something and I was trying to draw a slide or something?
Oh yeah, those games can reveal some interesting issues in the way people
Yeah, but
think
I've
and
always known
communicate.
that. Visualizing something is not the problem, it's drawing it. I can't translate it out of my head.
Yeah, that's something Capac is pretty good at. If he understands how the other person thinks. The other thing is, like, Capac and I have way too much knowledge of each other some days.
Oh, I didn't pick up the backpack? What? Oh yeah, go to jetpack and nope.
So, two of the guys that we often met up with when we went down to PAX, they're brothers. And Capac and I would frequently, the brothers who are friends and hang out a lot together, but even still, Capac and I would frequently beat them at code names because we knew the things that the other person would think of as clues for the things being talked about. So we could go that extra step and be like, well, I'm pretty sure Capac will get this logic, but he won't get this logic, so I'll go with the one that I think he'll get, and he could do the same for me. Thanks, Papa Kipping. Thank you for the prime sub.
I don't know about that crazy mechanic. It's frustrating not being able to draw things. What the? Why is there a hole in the world just here?
I don't know, but it's not just you. I see it too. Come on. Bring us your daylight sensor, see if we can get some actual output from these panels today. Okay, so daylight sensor, place it down around this side so that the base bit is pointing towards 0. So that's this way.
Wait, where? Oh, 0 as in the angle that way.
0 degrees, yeah.
So I want the port at the opposite end. So yeah,
port facing 0.
Oh, so that way.
And then connect that up to the cables.
Just normal cables?
Yep. So just connecting to these cables here, like, because it needs to, the IC10 needs to read that, and then it needs to send the information it's processed from that to the panels. Okay, now let's go back to our script. So we've got our alias for our, so the first line reads alias sensor D0. What that's saying is the device that is connected to port 0 on the IC housing, if you come back over here, is the sensor. So what you need to do is get your screwdriver out.
Okay.
And adjust D0 until it says daylight sensor.
Oh, yep, it's the first thing. Convenient.
Perfect. All right, let's go back to the laptop. Now we need...
Find solar panels.
Now why have I
Minus
got...
5, however many millions that is. Oh wait, no, is that just the game code for what the panels are?
I'm trying to remember why that's set to that.
I'd assume that's where it is.
Yes, it is. So what? So that's our hash code for the panels. We're going to need to change that because it's going to be the wrong one.
Oh, right. So we need just the normal solar panel.
Yeah, solar panel standard, and we need its hash. So you can find it in the Stationpedia, and you can click on its prefab hash, and then you can replace that with it.
Copy to clipboard.
And you should be able to change that.
No! Why did it do that?
What did it do?
Why have I just cleared everything?
Why don't you exit out? I put the new code in, and then we can go back in. Click edit again.
Okay, click edit.
I think I might have messed you up a bit. Is it still clear for you?
No, everything's back.
Okay.
So I should just select the hash
and the new
click
code
paste.
should be there now. Minus 204.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Freaked me out for a second. I thought I deleted everything.
So that's all set. We're now going to mostly ignore the rest of this bit in the alias and definition section.
Yep.
But the next define is what we're going to name all of our solar panels, because we're going to treat them all as 0, and we could do some maths here if we need to, but I think they're all going to be 0.
Label them.
Yeah, but we don't need to do that now. We'll label them once we've got this set up, because then we can tell if it's going the correct label or not.
Okay.
Some of them, depending on which way you've got them rotated around, some of them might be different.
Now.
Yeah. So the next bit, the aliases, what we're doing here is setting registers, which are separate to the devices, but a register is just a memory location, effectively.
Yeah. So where the horizon is, where vertical is.
Well, what value, what
in the
register we're
panels is.
assigning to those. So that's where we're going to load the information into. So then we get down to our start. So we're loading into horizon, which is going to go into register 15, the information from the sensor that says the horizontal angle of the sun.
That's the daylight sensor.
Yeah, because remember we named we aliased the device for the daylight sensor to sensor as a name.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Ish.
So that line there is pulling the information from
So
the
16
daylight
and
sensor.
16, 17.
Can you say that again?
So line 16, 17.
Yeah. So lines 16 and 17, what they're doing is they're pulling information from the sensor and storing it in the registers horiz and vert.
Oh, so 10 and 11.
No.
No.
that's where those registers are being named.
Okay.
Those registers exist ephemerally. They're not in a line.
Okay.
They're a register we can call on anywhere.
Yeah.
They're a memory. They're like your memory chip in your logic setup. So we can use those registers to store information. So we're storing the information from the sensor into those, so then we can now work with that information.
Yeah.
So then the next bits with the maths, because the angles we get from the sensor do not align perfectly to the angles we need to output to the panels, we have to do some maths on those values. For the vertical, we need to subtract 90 from it so that it matches up to what the panels need. So that line 19 that says sub vert 90 vert,
So you put another number after the second vert?
No.
No. You change the...
What we're doing is we're pulling the value from that's stored in the register vert, we're subtracting 90 from that, and then we're pushing that new value back into that register and overwriting it.
Okay, so it could be negative.
Could be. Then the next line is for horiz 0. Next two lines are for horizon 0 and horizon 180. That's if the two panels have opposing orientations.
Yeah.
So one of them needs to add 90 and one of them needs to subtract 90.
Because it's facing the other way.
Yep. And then we go down to line 23, which is set batch. That's what the SB stands for. So we're going to set the panel horizontal, panel H. I don't remember why I called it panel H. I think it was hash.
A vertical.
We're setting the panel's vertical value to the value from register vert.
So where it's saying the sun should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Relatively
That
speaking.
should align them vertically. That line.
And the other
Then
two
the
are
next
the
two
horizontals.
lines are setting the horizontals. Then we have a pause with the yield, and then we jump back to the start, and it does it all again, and it just keeps cycling through.
And the yield is to stop it updating every 2 milliseconds, I'm guessing?
Well, they only run every game tick anyway, which I can't remember how many ticks it is, but it's not very many. But the yield just ensures that this doesn't spam it and go nuts.
Yeah.
So now we click confirm, and then we click export on the laptop.
Hey, achievement
And
unlocked.
and then you grab that chip, pull it out, pop it in the housing, and turn the housing on. And then look at the panels. So they've got the correct vertical orientation now. What they don't have is the horizontal. So now you got to get your label maker out.
Yep, thought I'd need this thing.
Now you've got to name them either solar panel 0 or solar panel 180. I'm not sure which it's going to be. So name one of them. And you do need to get the case sensitivity correct.
Wait,
If
as
you're
in,
unsure what the name is, go back to the laptop and find the name.
I was going to say, is it...
I think the tick rate for scripts is twice per second, yeah.
Oh, there's no space, okay.
Yeah, you gotta use the exact. Gotta get it perfect.
Oh, so I need to remove the space in the name as well.
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
The 180. Let's see where this turns to.
That
That looks like where it went down.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Okay, so name all of them solar panel 180.
There isn't a group rename function, is there?
Nope, but you can click it, scroll down with his mouse wheel.
I just hate the labeler noise. So much. It is good though, it remembers the previous inputs.
Yeah, this panel is intentionally not plugged in because TFE didn't
We
put
were
heavy
worried
cables
about
down.
we're worried about overloading the power. Potentially.
And while we're here, someone asked me to publish this. And now it will be published to Steam. Done. There you go, TV. You've got solar tracking.
Cool.
You're going to want to manually move one of those solar panels to face the morning.
Yeah. I am?
Yeah. Can you think of why?
Because the thing needs power to work in the first place.
Correct, and your batteries are already dead.
Actually, how much power is that?
No.
Oh, right, it's not using that anymore, is it?
And it's bad to use that because you need your airlock to function.
Oh, plus, once it powers up, it'll manually update it anyway to the correct position.
Correct. So you just need to spin a few of them around to face the morning, and then it'll get enough sun to correct all of them.
Oh, wait, need a wrench.
But you just want it to get some power first thing, because otherwise you're going to get a tiny little power at night and it's going to run out of power again. Tiny little power at night and run out again. Tiny little power at night, run out again.
Oh. It's a pain to try and access these things to turn them, though.
What is? Oh, you've got
Yeah,
that
the
one
problem
so
is the way to
stuck.
turn that one. I can't be... Hang on. There we go.
Be careful, this can crush and kill you.
Oh.
That's why I actually found a spot I could do it from here,
What?
and I was controlling it, and you just undid all the changes.
So I was trying to spin it the other way.
My script have morning pre-positioning. No, it doesn't. It's a simple one. That should be enough to get you there, to get it started. So first thing in the morning, hopefully, all of this will be tracking and you'll have a bit more power down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's...
Yep.
You need to know, I feel like in Stationeers you need to know a bit more about how the scripts work than you do using most of the fancy scripts in Space Engineers. Because there are a lot more Space Engineers scripts that are just plug it in and it figures it out. But because of the limited line numbers and things like that, in Stationeers there's usually a bit more work that has to be done by the person setting up the script.
Right, should I upgrade the power cables?
If you've got enough, yeah. And here you
See,
can
I've
have
got,
some more.
I've got 53 on my person.
There's another 38 I just chucked on the ground.
Oh, cool.
I will go back to my rocket. Nice one, TFE.
Hey, nothing's exploded yet. That's good.
Yeah, ideally TFE would have a battery backup just for the IC-10 so that it can run even when the drills chew through all the base battery power. But I figure this is good enough for that setup for now. Which is why I didn't worry about it.
So knowing there's no option to directly replace light cable with heavy. Like, as in the sense you have to pull it all up and then...
Yep.
Like down.
Yeah, it is. Make sure you name that one that's not connected when you connect it up. Indeed, Gruz, sometimes good enough is good enough. I believe it. I think I vaguely remembered what I was doing before I went to do that with you.
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes good enough is good enough. Don't let perfection stand in the way of progress. And sometimes good enough is future me problems. Don't let progress stand in the way of perfection. Oh dear. All of these things have both ways to say it. Bright minds think alike. Fools never differ. Past me was a jerk. Yeah. Hydration critical. It's fine. Oh. Put it on the copper. Your biggest collaborator is you from 6 months ago, and that guy doesn't answer emails. Yep. Okay. Silicon, pop out. More copper done. Thought I'd... Should be pretty close to rocket launch.
Ooh.
I can get the if I can get the fuel mixer. But I think I'll... It just depends how much fiddling the fuel mixer ends up requiring. It shouldn't be much because it's the temperatures are already the same. One of the trickiest parts about fuel mixing normally is you need to get them to the same temperature so that you get them to the correct ratios.
No, why is my hydration critical now?
That'll do. You're going to place a mostly decorative blast wall to protect your tanks from the rocket plume. Do they need protecting? I thought I placed them far enough away. I was just going to leave it. Do I have the communication thingy yet? No. No, I haven't made the communication thingy on the base yet either. Okay. Should be good now. Material wise. Yes, I know I'm thirsty.
Everything's now heavy cable. Ah, just in time for sunrise.
Is it all working?
What do you mean unplugging it, break everything?
Are your solar panels tracking the sun? Good to know you're as communicative as
Well,
Capac,
the answer is
TFE.
not yet.
They should be.
Um,
If you've got power, they should be.
Wait a second. No, they're generating power. They're not turning. Okay, I need to go back to 10% hydration.
Okay. The IC-10 housing should have remained on because it got depowered rather than turned off. Unless TFE turned it off.
I don't think I pressed it. I mean, obviously I replaced all the cables and stuff, but I don't think I clicked on the thing.
If the IC-10 got disconnected from the daylight sensor, yes, that's it, Daz.
Oh.
You gotta reassign that. You may want to get down there while they're in a hurry, TFE, so you can start actually getting power.
I know, but I just need to hydrate now.
Yeah, no, you don't. You've got a health bar.
Yes, I do.
What's your health bars for? It's extra hydration meter.
I don't do as good work when I'm dehydrating to death.
Oh dear. I feel like this is appropriate for this moment.
I was panicking.
Not really, it's just called having priorities.
I was panicking.
No.
Wow. I was panicking.
I think Splitsie
Yeah.
broken. Right?
Safe.
Yes, Splitsie makes a very good point.
If my patients had a health bar, I was definitely playing too many games. Is that an I was panicking soundbite? Yeah. I have a few TFE ones here. I've got I was panicking, well,
Why alphabet?
and
Yeah.
oh, also,
I didn't sign up for this, did I? Is it not? Daylight sensor is on. IC-10 is...
is it set to D0 on the IC housing? You probably need to reset it, even if it says it'll say it in red because it's an old one. It's no longer connected.
Okay, so it's on...
I need to go down to 2, don't I?
Yeah. What is
So get your screwdriver out, change what's on D0 until it's the solar sensor, daylight sensor again.
Yeah, it is.
Have you changed it though?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be the APC is eating all the power. And you need to actually get more power in before it'll work. Could be that.
Oh, manually move the solar panels.
All right, let's go help him out.
No, solar panels aren't generating power anymore. Vertical.
I'm bringing you an area power controller so that you've got a battery backup for your IC10.
Yep.
You've got a little bit of power in the batteries now. Solar
Yeah,
tracking's still not working.
Still showing as red.
Have you toggled it back on? Like tried to change
Yeah.
its state and see if it changes to green?
Yeah, the shows as green.
Yeah, so it's set to on. Yeah, I think it might just be the APC stealing all the power. What we probably need to do is move this. Are we going to be able to do this? Maybe. We'll see. All right, can you set it to D0 again?
Yep.
I don't think this is going to work. No, it won't even let me rotate it to there. All right, we're going to have to...
Okay, yeah.
Trying to make it neat, but it doesn't like me. We need more space. All right, can you grab the APC and connect it so that power out is going towards that housing?
Ow. Power out. Out, so the other way. So that way?
No, other way. The
Ow.
exact opposite way.
Of course. Also, I think the battery's rolling away.
That's fine. We're in a room. Okay, now can you connect up the input of it?
Ah, where are my white cutters?
Hunger caution.
Okay. So now that you've connected it, we turn the APC on. Click it on, and then turn your IC10 housing on. And then check out your tracking solar panels. They look pretty good to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cool, we're just sort of already facing over that way from before.
Now you have a battery backup for the IC10. It should share power with the airlock, so those two both get power first, and then everything else takes power after that.
Hooray! And looks like the deep miners are running.
Yeah, but they're all going to run out soon because that was another whole day we just wasted. Oh well. It should now just function because
Oh, cool, yeah, it's exporting some more ore now.
yeah, and that battery that I put in the APC should give you enough power to run the whole night.
Hmm. Now I can just add 1 million solar panels.
You could. I'm not sure you need to, but you could, I suppose.
Okay, how full are these silos now? 13 of 600. 9 of 600. Yeah, well, it's going to be fine. Yes, I don't think the silo is going to be full anytime soon.
No.
I haven't been around to have a look at what your rocketry stuff is.
It's a thing. What it is. It is a thing. Actually, no, I'll put this on the ground.
Oh, first I need to get some food. Ugh. Is my headphones threatening to explode on me?
Okay, and then I need to...
Oh, damn it, don't put out, I'm probably going to have to manually turn around the solar panels again.
No, you won't. The large battery will hold enough power to get through the night.
Oh, nice.
That's basically what we just set up there, or should handle the rest of it. I don't need heat exchangers. They are the same temperature already. They all come from ice crushers, so they all come in at the same temperature, so I don't need to do anything with it. They're both basically 0 degrees.
Wait, does the hygiene thing make you slower at eating? Or is
No.
it because you consume more?
You just consume more.
Yeah.
That's why you need to keep yourself clean, TFE.
Hmm.
Have a shower, boy.
Where is the shower?
We don't have one yet. Oh, long pipe rats. No, I'm gonna have to go inside anyway. Forgot about the long pipe runs. Yeah, the switches are something where you can turn off a sector deep miners so you can save your power temporarily. I mean, you can use transformers to do that pretty effectively. You just switch off the transformer that's attached to the deep miners or attached to whatever else it is.
So how close is your rocket to launching?
I keep feeling like it's close and then it isn't.
It's
Kind of that close.
10 minutes away from being 10 minutes away.
Yeah. I think it's probably a next week thing.
Yeah.
Looking at the time. In fact,
yeah.
maybe it is time we just wrap it up for today.
Yeah, it is almost 12:30. It's been
Yeah.
almost 4 hours.
Well, Capac should be back next week, I hope. He shouldn't be. I don't think there's any reason he would be away next week.
Actually, this thing is he meant to be back streaming tomorrow or not?
No idea.
Okay. Well, because he was going to stream with us, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We are going to be aliens.
Yeah. Who knows?
We'll see if that happens.
It might have. There might be a stream on Capac's channel tomorrow. There might not be, but I will definitely be back right here with Shaq on Wednesday for some more vintage story. And TFE, when will you be next back? If Capac's not doing it
Thursday morning my time with some more Cyberpunk, because I just found a revolver that fires explosive rounds. It's a lot of fun.
Okie dokie. So there's all that and plenty more to come. And we will see you then.
Bye. Catch you next time, everybody.